This year I went to a ceremony to honour the assassination of Mahatma Gandhi. Hugh Mackay spoke on the state of the nation starts in your street. It got me thinking, what's happening in my street or your street? One day in my street, after I'd been married for about 3 years, my husband told me he didn't love me. The ultimate rejection. I was pretty upset about that, and I cried for weeks before I realised that I was the one that needed to leave. My father had died suddenly, and my husband talked me into not seeing his body. I realised I needed to go to the divorce proceedings because I needed to see the carcass of my marriage. And at the end of proceedings, the magistrate looked at me and he asked a question. He started off by saying, "Well, Valerie Shepherd or Orton or whoever you are." And I realised I'd given up my name, my identity, and my own opinions. I was lost. So I started to reclaim myself. I reclaimed my name. And I went on a trip to find out who I was. I went back to university, I studied psychology, conflict resolution, business. And I found the courage, I found my courage, I found my love of learning, and I found my voice. What's happening on your street? Who are you? What are your values? What do you stand for? But more importantly, what won't you stand for? Another day, I was in Sequoia National Park in California, looking at the largest trees in the world. The trunks are huge. The colours are magnificent, like stained glass. And behind me there was a woman, an older woman, sitting on a wooden bench. And she said, "This is my church." On my local beach there's a rock where I sit. That's my church. And when I sit on my rock, it gives me the feeling for the day that I can cope with anything that life's going to throw at me. So what have these stories got in common? Knowing yourself, improving your communication, nurturing your spirit. They're all tools for building resilience. I've developed tools of resilience to manage my life better in this turbulent world, in these turbulent times. Resilience helps you to respond to whatever life throws at you. The big things or the small things. The long coffee queue, the divorce, the dying loved one. Through developing tools to build your resilience, you can find your inner peace to calm or sustain you in these chaotic and demanding times. So how can you, as Mahatma Gandhi said, be the change that you want to see in the world?